contact. Ooh, there was some contact right there, Vince, with Natalie Decker, and that looks like Joe Graff Jr. also that silver 77 that got into the outside wall as well. That may cost this group the draft.
They've got some work to do to catch up to the lead pack.
Well, there we go.
Huge wreck.
Core, Hauf, Lamastus, and Doza all involved. Semi-big one here at Daytona. Caution number 4.
The 98 of Hauf just didn't give him enough room.
Watch, you see the spark out from underneath the car of Owuji, the 34.
Yeah, then he just moves up the racetrack. It's right up against the outside wall, out of the way right here.
Yeah,
but
it looks like everything would be fine at this point. Obviously knew he had a problem, and then he tried to come down and get out of the way, and Dipple got
yeah, and Vince, I'm not sure he tried to come down, or maybe whatever was going wrong forced him to that car to turn left like it did, and then makes hard contact with the 22 of Dipple.
Boy, that's a hard hit into the wall.
And Dipple as well too.
So big hit for Owuji, and the good news is climbed out of the car under his own power and walked to the ambulance. Will be taken to the care center to be checked.
That's a car sideways. It's Murkovic sideways. Leilani with nowhere to go up against the outside wall. Murkovic forced her into the outside wall. Then she got hit in the back by the 34 of Jesse Owuji.
So that was the car we hadn't ID'd yet, the 34 of Owuji.
And then Ed Pompa came along, also made some contact.
I'll go with Mutter.
No, absolutely nowhere to go. No way that she could have stopped on a dime and turned underneath that car of Murkovic.
And he's a talented young race car driver, but it has been a day to forget. This is
Stankin was saying that 41 car, their teammate is really fast.
looking 3 wide down the backstretch. Smith, and then Herbst goes around. Big contact, taking Josh Williams with him. Caution. Overtime number 2 is coming.
Look at the damage on Sean Corr's car. That's 2 races in a row to get to the last lap with that 46 car.
Let's watch again.
See, Herbst moves to the inside of Sheldon Creed. Here comes Joe Graff. Looks like there was contact between the 28 of Creed and the 18 of Herbst, and it turned Herbst right into the path of Sean Corr in the 46.
So Creed didn't get going very well.
There goes Riley Herbst down the inside. Creed pulls over to try to block. Looks like Creed caught Riley Herbst in the right rear corner, and it turned him dead right.
Battle for the lead with Sheldon Creed. The 15 is Michael Self. He drops down, gets down there smoothly.
See,
they're crashing in the back, and it's Brett Holmes, who was trying to get to pit lane possibly, goes around, and there's the caution.
Yeah, the 0-2 of Andy Seiss and the 23 of Brett Holmes, both were trying to rejoin the racetrack if he wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, Seiss in that same situation too, needed to pit.
But there's so much room down there. Kevin, there's 60 feet
Go to the left
of those cars. Do like Michael Self, he moved way over when he came off of turn 4. Looks like they just get seized up. Looks like the 63 of Dave Mater III gets into the back of the 33 and turns him around. That's what's going to send him to the outside wall. They just kind of got bottled up a little bit on the inside, it looked like. And the farther back you go, the less time you have to react.
This is for Natalie Decker.
Whoa,
really checked up.
Amazing. What a great job she did. You could hear her get out of the throttle. She had hardly any time to react.
That's impressive.
It certainly was. Pretty hard contact with the outside safer barrier for Sexton.
And what we saw from Natalie Decker, who's had a fast car, that's the detriment. That's one of the things that happens when you fall further back in the field. Running in the 20, she's 22nd right now.
Yeah, these guys were trying to avoid her as they got by the incident. You see a lot of damage to Ed Pompa's car as he makes contact with Andrew Belmont.
Creed on the bottom side.
Big
Purdy is going around, hard into the wall. Car goes with
41.
him. Caution, and we'll try again.
Michael Self, Willie Mullins are the first two cars to get through there.
You can see it here.
This is on the middle of the backstretch.
Bumper to bumper, gets tight.
You can see how much higher his nose was there with no air on it.
And once cars get together, it's over.
Thomas Prater up higher as the 06 and the 9. There's Brad Smith making contact with the 06. There's Riley Herbst. I think we can stay green. That car was well out of the way over in turn 2.
It is, so we will race to the finish. 4 in the mix right now. Creed trying to hold off Purdy.
Oh, trouble!
Now they'll crash hard. The big one in Talladega is on the final lap. Will we stay green or go white? It's green for the moment. Creed, Perkins, and we do go to caution. A heavier hit that brought out the caution. Look at that 3.
There's that 3-wide racing with no room at all.
So Robaugh took pretty big damage there too. Lamastus is in the 54 Crosley for David Gilliland Racing, and then the Bama Buggies number 8 for Chase Purdy. Let's see who else might have been impacted. Gus Dean right in the middle, maybe took a little bit of contact.
It's like Josh Williams got by. He was on the very bottom of the racetrack.
Blue 43 on the top side with a good push from Purdy. They're wrecking. Holmes is going around and upside down. St. Smith around. A big one here at Daytona, but keep in mind, this is not the finish of this race. We will see a 1-lap shootout to determine this one. So another restart coming. And that's Holmes on his side. Thompson also comes to a stop, and multiple cars involved here on the final lap at Daytona. Look at the 23 on the bottom side of Holmes.
See that we've got the 18 pushing the 32, and the 32 is trying to help the 23, but he catches him in the right rear corner, and that turns him sideways. And I think he launched off the front of the 66 of Mark Thompson.
If it wouldn't have been for that incident, the outside line definitely would have had a shot at the win.
And I think you guys might be right. Sean Corr is being shown on our scoring monitor in second, and he's lined up second under this red flag.
See, look at the momentum the outside lane had before that.
I'm not sure, though. It depends on.
Remember, it's not instantaneous. I mean, it's not. The caution flag's going to come out as soon as they can, because they know the damage is severe enough that we need a caution flag. As you see Brett Holmes sliding down driver's side.